Hello, my PRIMAR students. Welcome to my Principles of Marketing lecture series. Most of the things that I will discuss under this series were taken from the book of Kotler and Armstrong. This is their 7th edition of their Principles of Marketing book. So welcome to our Module 1 for Principles of Marketing. I am Ms. Joy Ann Evaristo, a professor from Holy Angel University. So for our module 1 is entitled Marketing in a New World. So in this module, we will discuss marketing process and the different trends about marketing today. Okay, so our objective for this module is to first define marketing. And since marketing is a process, we will need to know what are the steps in the marketing process. We'll also explain the importance of understanding the marketplace and customers and identify the core marketplace concepts. We will also discuss what are the elements of customer-driven marketing strategy and discuss the different marketing orientations that guide marketing strategies. Then fourth is we will discuss CRM or customer relationship management and what are the strategies that we need to create so that we can capture customers and capture value, create value for customers and capture value from them in return, also known as an exchange. Okay? And then for the fifth objective, we will describe the major trends and forces that are changing the marketing landscape today. So we are now down into our first agenda. We will need to discuss what is marketing. So marketing, as defined by Kotler and Armstrong, is engaging customers and managing profitable customer relationships. We need to remember that there are two goals in marketing. The first one is to attract new customers, and the second one is to grow current customers. When we want to attract new customers, what we need to do is we need to make them aware of our superior value. We tend to promise superior customer value. Okay, that is the reason why companies create taglines and logos. Okay, so that their customers will know. They will immediately know what value are they offering. Okay, for example, Nike is famous for their slogan, just do it. Okay. And then the second one is we need to grow our current customers. We need to actually deliver value and to satisfy customers. So going back to our example, Nike, their campaign for just do it, actually made them grow their customers from athletes to other customers who just want to be fit. Okay, there. So if you would look at these two goals, you would immediately realize that the center of marketing are who? Okay, the customers. Okay, they are the customers. So we need to know our customers. As marketers, we need to know our customers. Okay? Because when you know your customers, you can engage them effectively. Okay? You can create products, market offerings, experiences that can satisfy their needs and wants. Okay, and then you can easily engage them into a promotion and build customer relationships with them. Okay, so therefore it is easier for you to manage your marketing tools because you know your customers pretty well. Because at the end of the day, marketing is the process by which companies engage customers, build strong customer relationship, and create customer value in order to capture value from customers in return. Okay, so our goal is really to satisfy customer needs. Okay, so take a look at this figure. Figure 1.1 shows the marketing process, the summary of the marketing process. You will notice that there are actually 5 steps, okay, in the marketing process, and the 4 steps are designed to create value for customers and build customer relationships. Whereas the 5th step is designed to capture value from customers in return. Okay, these are the 2 aims of marketing. Okay, so what we will do for this module is we will focus our discussion on the first three steps, and then I will give you an overview of the last two steps, step 4 and 5. Okay, so let's go to the first step, understanding the marketplace and the customer needs. Okay, so if we want to create value for our customers, we must fully understand customers and the marketplace. There are 5 core customers and marketplace concepts. Can you guess them? Okay, I think some of you have taken marketing, okay, in their senior high years. Okay, just to give you a review. Okay, so the first one is the needs, wants, and demands. Okay, the second core customers and marketplace concepts are the market offerings. Okay, this may be in the form of products, services, and experiences. The third one is or are composed of values and satisfaction. The fourth involves exchange and relationships, and the fifth one is the market. Okay, so don't worry if you did not recall all of those 5 things yet. We will go into them one by one. Okay, so first we have here customers' needs, wants, and demands. Okay, they say that we have a lot of needs. Okay, actually, we only have some basic needs. Okay, we have the need for, we have physical needs, we have social needs, we have individual needs. Okay, needs are something that are natural. This is when you feel that you are deprived of something. That is when you know that you need them. Okay, and then these are something natural because they are part of our human makeup. In fact, Abraham Maslow actually proposed this hierarchy of needs. Okay, I'm pretty sure some of you know this hierarchy. If not, you may search for it. Okay, but the most basic needs that we have are, of course, air, water, sleep, food, and shelter. Okay, but because we have other needs like social needs, interpersonal needs, physical needs, individual needs, okay, we tend to have actually unlimited needs and wants. Okay? When these needs translate into something that is shaped by our culture, personality, differences, okay, then these needs transform into what we call wants. Okay? And I think this is more unlimited rather than the needs actually. No? So for example, yes, we need food. All of us will agree that we need food. Okay? However, okay, we have different preferences for food. I may want pizza. Some of you may want Korean food. Some of you may want Filipino food for that matter. Okay, so but let's take to even to pizza alone, we have different wants. Okay, I like my pizza this way, no, margarita style. Okay, sometimes I also like it like fully loaded style. I don't mind if it has pineapple on it. Okay, but some are very particular. They don't eat. Some of you don't eat pizza. Some of you eat it, but they do not actually want it. Okay, or some of you will not eat it if it has pineapples on it. Okay, so we have different wants. Okay, however, okay, even if we have different wants, of course, we also have different. It all boils down to differences in demand. Okay, needs and wants becomes demand. Okay, in the perspective of the businesses, if okay we have the buying power to buy what we want. Okay, otherwise, okay, this company cannot call it a demand. Okay, because we do not have something in exchange for it. Okay, so we may want it, but we cannot actually demand it from them because we do not have the purchasing power, okay, the buying power to translate our wants into a demand. Okay? I hope I made that clear. If you have questions about that, let me know through our synchronous session or through the comments down below. Okay, next. All right, so the reason why companies need to really understand customers' needs, wants, and their purchasing power, okay, that to translate these two things into demand, okay, is because they need to create what we call market offerings. Okay, market offerings are the combinations of products, services, information, and services offered so that companies can satisfy a need or a want, okay, or match it into some customers' needs and wants. All right. The thing is nowadays, I hope you understand the difference between products and services. For those of you who do not know yet the difference between the two, you need to look into that. Okay, but nowadays, products and services are not just the only things that are being offered in the market. Okay, there are person, there are places, organization, information, and even ideas. Okay, like for example, nowadays in the upcoming election, some parties are promoting or offering their candidates. Okay, some because of lockdown, okay, some local places are promoting tourism to their citizens. Okay, and eventually, if things will get better, okay, there will be a stiff competition when it comes to tourism around the world. Okay, and then some markets their organization, okay, especially non-profit organization, in exchange for donation. Okay, some markets information, advocacies, etc., okay, and ideas. Okay, the point here is when we discuss about market offerings, we need to look at our marketing offerings as something that really satisfies need or want. Okay, that is our focus. Remember, the customers are focus. Okay, but the problem is some companies may fall into the trap of what we call a marketing myopia. Okay, wherein they pay more attention to the product, to their services, okay, rather than the benefit that the customers can get out of it. Okay, for example, a drill company, a company that offers drills, okay, may think that what people need is a drill. Okay, however, why do you buy a drill? Okay, you buy a drill because you need a hole, right? And you need a hole because you actually want to attach something into the wall. In your text, okay, our authors actually mentioned that uh, there can be a tendency of marketing myopia when companies tend to focus more on the drill, okay, rather than on the whole. And nowadays, I can see a lot of products that do not actually focuses on the whole. No, they are focusing on the idea of attaching something onto your wall. So there are already a lot of adhesives that you can stick to your wall and practically offers the same thing without a hole in it. Okay, so there. So you need to understand what really your customer needs or want, okay, and satisfy that instead of paying more attention to your what do you call this, to your product. All right. Okay. Next is customer value and satisfaction. So when we talk about customer value and satisfaction, we need to understand that satisfaction comes from expectation. Okay, when we watch something, okay, a promotion of something, when some people talk about a product or a service, okay, tendency is we form expectation towards this product or service, and what we want to do is to, as marketers, okay, what we want to do is to set a level of expectation that we can satisfy. Okay? Meaning, we promise something, okay? Remember the aim of marketing, right? We promise something, but then again, okay, we promise something in such a way that we can deliver. We do not want to promise something that is too low, because if you promise something that is too low, then customers will not be enticed to buy your product. You do not want to promise something that is too high and then not be able to deliver, because that will lead to dissatisfied customers. And we do not want dissatisfied customers because they can share negative things about our company and they will not go back. It's difficult for them to be our loyal customers. Whereas if we have um, satisfied customers, okay, then we can have word of mouth. Okay, these people will promote our product. These people will become our loyal customers. These people will become our profitable. These people are the people we can build profitable relationship with. Okay. So how do we do that? Okay, we do that by offering what we call exchange, or making sure that this marketing offerings translate into something that is what we call an exchange. Okay, so right. So when we have customers who actually obtain something from our out of our market offerings, for example, the avail our market offerings, then that translates into an exchange. Okay. However, exchanges do not only come in the form of people or potential buyers purchasing a product or services. It can actually also come from, for instance, remember what I mentioned a while ago, that market offerings um, are not just products and services. They can also be people, places, ideas, information, etc. So it can exchange can also take form. For instance, when a candidate or when a party list offers a candidate, or a candidate offers him or herself for a position, and then make necessary promotion, and then you voted for that candidate, that is actually an exchange. Okay. Or when you adopt an idea from someone and you share this idea to others, that is also some form of exchange. Or when you give feedback to that particular organization about the idea that they are promoting or information they are promoting, that is also counted as an exchange. However, on the business side, okay, we need to understand that marketing is consists of actions taken to create, maintain, and grow desirable exchange relationships with target audiences involving a product, service, idea, or other object. And on the profitable side, making sure that we deliver superior customer value so that we can capture value in return from our customers. Right? All right. So now we will talk about markets. Okay. As marketing students, I understand those of you have background about marketing, is that you know that markets are market when we talk about markets, these are not actually places. Okay, these are people. Okay, markets are your potential buyers. Okay, those who have the potential to buy your product or services. How will you know if they are a set of actual and potential buyers? Okay, remember what we discussed in the customer's needs, wants, and demands. Okay, so your potential buyer are those who can demand your product, meaning they have the purchasing power to actually avail of your product or services. So there are there are two conditions. First is they need and want your product, okay? And second is they can actually buy your product, okay? Given the price that you are offering them. Okay, so the goal here is for in marketing is that we need to manage markets to bring about profitable customer relationships. Okay, so take a look at this modern marketing system, right? So what I want you to do is during our synchronous session, I want a volunteer to discuss this thing. Okay, if I will be satisfied with your discussion, you can earn 5 points. Okay, those who will try but will not be able to fully explain this diagram may still earn points, probably 3 or 4. Okay, so let's see who can discuss this modern marketing system best during our synchronous session. Okay, now we are down to the next step, which is designing a customer value-driven strategy and plan. So what are the steps that are involved into this? Okay, so remember, okay, marketing management is the art and science of choosing target markets and building profitable relationships with them. Okay, so with this, okay, what you need to keep in mind is that the aim of the marketing manager is to, number one, engage and then to keep and grow target customers by creating, delivering, and communicating superior customer value. Okay, so how do we do that? Okay, of course we do that um, by taking a look at our marketing mix. Okay, our products, our promotions. So first we need to create market offerings that really targets the needs and wants of our customers. That is our product. Second, we need to make sure that we promote our products, that we reach out to our target customers to give them the right information about our products, okay, and then our services. And then we need to make our products available to our target customers, which is the place. And sorry, product price. So after you create the product, you need to set the right price for your product relative to the value that you are offering and relative to the customers or competitors, okay, how your competitors price their product. So that is a four step: product, price, place, and promotion. Okay. All right. Next, okay. Another things that you need to understand about customer value driven marketing strategy are two steps. Okay, first we need to select the customers to serve, and second we need to choose a value proposition. So first we need to do market segmentation. Okay, I think some of you knows here what is market segmentation. You may want to share that during the discussion, and what is target marketing. Okay, you may also want to share that during our discussion. And then after, okay, we need to choose a value proposition wherein we will do differentiation and positioning. So again, I am offering this slide for your discussion during our synchronous session. Okay, so clue, when you discuss choosing a value proposition, you may want to use this diagram. Okay, there. Okay, another thing. Under marketing management philosophies, there are 5 philosophies. Okay, we have the product, and then we have the production, we have product, we have selling, marketing, and social marketing. The first 3 things are quite easier to understand. It's in your text. And then the 4th and 5th one, these are the slides. Okay, this is the selling or marketing this is the marketing concept as contrasted to the selling concept. And then this one is a societal marketing concept. Okay, so some of you, I will also call 5 students to discuss these 5 things. So please be prepared for an online discussion on our next meeting. Okay. Okay, so after doing all of those, okay, you are now ready to what we call preparing an integrated marketing plan and program. Okay, so this is the time that we really now get to focus on our 4 P's that I mentioned earlier. Okay, just to reiterate that, okay, we need to deliver a value proposition, meaning we need to create a need-satisfying market offering, which is our product or services. Okay, and then you must charge your customers this product, okay, relative to its value and relative to the prices of your competitors. Okay, that is your price. And then you need to make sure that these products are available before you actually promote them, so that when you launch your promotion and the customers wants to buy it, it is actually available. Okay, so you need to make sure to reach the product will reach your market through what we call place or distribution. And then the last one is promotion. You need to promote your product so your customers will buy the product. Okay, so that is what you need to consider when you prepare an integrated marketing plan. Don't worry, we will talk about these things more in detail as we go through this course. And then, okay, so far we discussed the first 3 steps. Okay, now we are down onto the last step. Remember, the first 3 steps should be designed in such a way that the 4th step will be easier to do, engaging customers and managing profitable customer relationship. I'm not sure how many times did I say that, but in your text, okay, our authors keep on mentioning these two things, and I hope at this point, these things are already retained in your memory. Okay, so again, our goal is to build profitable customer relationship, CRM. Okay, um, the building blocks of CRM are two things: customer value and satisfaction. Okay, the thing that you need to remember about customer value is that customer perceived value is something that is personal. It may be different from one customer to another. Okay, meaning my perceived value may be different from your perceived value. Okay, and you need to evaluate all of these differences and then um, look at this benefits against your cost. Okay, so that is how we look at customer perceived value. Kumbaga, my perceived value is how I look at this, how I look at all the benefits of your offerings compared to the other brands that I know. Okay, and um, how well does this match my expectation? That is customer satisfaction. Okay, so what we want to do is to make sure that our customer perceived value is high and our customer satisfaction is also high. Okay, there. Okay, so with that, okay, there are different strategies wherein companies are building customer relationships, and there are also different levels of customer relationship. We have basic relationship and we have full partnership depending on our target market. Remember, each companies have different target market, and even one company have different markets. Okay, for example, Tide. Okay, Tide may have two markets. Okay, for instance, they may have a final consumer and then an intermediary. Okay, so two markets. Okay, a final consumer that buys their product for their own consumption. Okay, for example, your parent or your mother will buy a detergent so that he or she could do the laundry, or you yourself will buy a detergent so that you could do your laundry. Okay, and then for that kind of between you and Tide, okay, the relationship is what we call basic relationship, because I'm pretty sure you do not give feedback to Tide. Okay, or you do not, or Tide do not really reach out to you to get your feedback. All does it do is promote the product, and then once you buy the product, the transaction ends. There's no really deep relationship between you and Tide. On the other hand, Tide need to maintain full partnership among its other customers. Okay, like the retail companies, the retail stores, their intermediaries, or some of their business clients like hotels. Okay, with that, Tide may offer a different thing. Okay, aside from promoting their product, they may also give discounts. They may have constant communication. They may even have a dedicated agent that talks to this particular intermediaries and make sure that everything is okay, right? And that is what we call full partnership. Okay, between these levels, there are also other levels of relationship. So you can consider this two things as an opposite pole. Okay? And then between basic and full partnership, there are different levels. Okay, and most of the companies today are doing a lot of strategies to move from basic relationship towards a higher level of relationship, not necessarily full partnership. For example, SM, okay, Starbucks, Coffee Bean, and other companies are doing what we call frequency marketing programs, wherein you earn points, okay, or you earn vouchers for that matter, or you earn raffle coupons, okay, just to make sure that you will keep on buying their product, or you will have a closer relationship to them. For instance, Starbucks even gives free drink, okay, when to random customers, okay, if you will be willing to evaluate their services. Okay, so that is an example of from basic to a higher level of partnership. Okay, Coffee Bean and Starbucks also gives some freebies during your birthday and such things. So that is some of the strategies of companies to build relationships with their customers. Okay, nowadays we have what we call digital and social media. So things are going towards digitalization, and then the social media is pretty much everywhere. There are a lot of social media platforms. Okay, so this actually has an effect or influence to how we um, forge partnership, okay, to our um, customers. We have different types or levels of customer engagement. So in the text, there are three types: customer engagement marketing, consumer generated marketing, and partnership relationship marketing. So what I want you to do is to read these things, and then um, think of an example, okay, a unique example, not those from the book, that you can share during our synchronous session and discuss these three things. Or yeah, you may also try to differentiate one from the others. Okay, now we are down to our last step. So far we discussed this four steps. Okay, so we are now down to the last step, which is capturing value in return in the form of sales, market share, or end profits. Okay, when we capture value from customers, what we really want to capture is what we call the customer lifetime value. So what is customer lifetime value? For example, you are you are a loyal customer of Starbucks. Okay, then the customer lifetime value that Starbucks gets from you is the value of the entire stream of purchases that you make, okay, to Starbucks over your lifetime. Okay, so starting from the time that you started buying from Starbucks up to the time that you up to that last purchase, that is your customer lifetime value. Okay. Next, we have what we call share of customers. This one is the portion of the customers purchasing that the company gets in its product categories. For example, um, sige, let's use the same example. For example, you're a loyal customer of Starbucks. The share of customer to you is, or of Starbucks to you is how much do you spend to Starbucks in buying coffee from Starbucks compared from buying instant coffee, or for example, coffee beans that you are not buying from Starbucks, etc. Okay, so in the same product categories, or probably in the same product categories, meaning beverages, okay? How much do you spend to Starbucks compared to other drinks that you are buying? Okay, so that is share of customers. In your textbook, Kotler and Armstrong discussed that banks, for example, call it share of wallet. Okay, um, company airlines call it share of travel. Okay, so that is um, share of customer. And then the last one is customer equity. Okay, customer equity, to make it easier for you to understand, when company adds all of the customer lifetime value of all of their customers, that is customer equity. So that is literally customer lifetime value of customer 1, 2, 3, up to all of their customers. That is customer equity. So from all of these three things, what the company wants to maximize is actually customer equity. Okay, so this one is interesting. Okay, we need to understand that not all loyal customers are actually profitable customers. Okay, so with this one, what we want to have are loyal customers and profitable customers. So how do we build the right relationship with the right customers? This is a diagram, okay, that shows us the different categories of customers. We have strangers. Strangers are those who have low loyalty and therefore low profitability. These are the people who just buy your product from time to time but not really buy a lot. Okay, parang probably just to try your product. And then we have the barnacles. These barnacles are loyal customers, but they are not profitable. I think you heard some complaints from other customers of coffee shops wherein some other customers really stay in the coffee shop. Um, those who are doing networking, no, some networking groups who do not have their own offices. Um, so probably they're not profitable. They are barnacles because they may be loyal because they always invite their clients there, but then they only like get one drink and then stay there for the whole day. Okay, and then yeah, use your Wi-Fi, etc. Make turn the cafe into their office for one whole day, and then just get a drink or two. And then that is a barnacle. They may be loyal, but they are not really profitable. And then we also have the butterflies. Butterflies are profitable customers, but they are not loyal. So, for example, those who buy coffee, okay, but then again, they are not loyal as to where they will buy their coffee, so they will just get it pretty much where is more convenient, okay? So those are the butterflies customers. So these are the customers that you would want to become loyal or you would want to become true friends. Okay? True friends are your loyal customers and they are profitable customers. These are the types of customers siguro in my own ano na parang understanding. If they are your true friends, these are the people who will give feedback to you. For example, if there's something that they think you need to improve, they will give it to you instead of um like sharing it to other people. They are concerned about the long term stand of the long term um the sustainability rather of the company. So yeah, these are your true friends. No, for example, I can say that I am a true friend of Coffee Bean. I prefer Coffee Bean versus Starbucks. Okay, and I do not really stay in the cafe for long. Siguro whenever I order, I stay there for 3 to 4 hours only. And then I promote the product. I always post pictures about Coffee Bean and so on. So I think Coffee Bean can count me in as a true friend. Okay? Alright. So again, the goal of that particular discussion is to make sure that we increase our true friends. Okay? Turn the turn the butterflies into true friends. Okay? And yeah, increase our market share. Next is the changing marketing landscape. So uh, nowadays there are a lot of ways to reach our customers. There are social media platforms. Okay, there are a lot of mobile marketing. Okay, whenever you listen to Spotify, there are ads. Okay, whenever you watch certain video, there are also pop-up ads. Okay, there are blogs about a certain experience um, that bloggers want to promote. Okay, so these are digital and social media marketing. Okay, the goal here is to make sure that we reach the right target market and we engage them. Okay. Next, we also have the changing economic environment. Nowadays, people are finding of happiness in old-fashioned virtues. Okay, like those who are fond of, we have here, right, the ukay-ukay, the live selling, okay, wherein it's very, very cheap, okay, you can save money, okay, DIY projects, okay, there are also those pages that promote self-improvement, hard work, faith, and community, okay. We are now in the stage where we are moving from mindless to mindful consumption. We are now also moving from retaining our values rather than just value. So we're looking at the values of the companies rather than just the value that they are offering us. Okay. Talking about it, now there's a growth of not-for-profit marketing. Okay? There are a lot of not-for-profit marketing nowadays. You can think of an example and share it in the class. Okay, but right now, because there are a lot of not-for-profit marketing, the competition gets really stiff. Okay, because they need funding, they need donations. This is the reason why actually parang recently Facebook launched this donation drive. Whenever it is your birthday, you can ask your friends to donate something instead of giving you a gift. I think for a while that became a hit, but nowadays I don't see a lot of people doing that already. Or maybe because it is not effective. Okay. And then next, okay, until now, okay, we can still feel rapid globalization. Okay, the world has become more and more accessible to one another, and um, the effects of globalization, okay, can be felt now more than ever. Okay, so for example, here in this diagram, you can see the world's most valuable brands as of 2017. Things may not be the same as of now, but I think some brands will remain strong, okay, in particular countries. Okay, particularly, for instance, Samsung might remain strong in South Korea because that is where the brand originated. Okay, and Toyota in Japan. Okay, so yeah. Okay. But when it comes to mobile phones, nowadays there are a lot of new competitors um who are also getting the market share of other countries. For example, Huawei, Xiaomi, Vivo, for that matter. Okay, then we also have sustainable marketing. Okay, there is a louder call for more environmental and social responsibility. Okay, there are a lot of groups that demands environmental and social actions from different corporations. And nowadays, the challenge for corporations is to make sure that they balance these responsibilities with their economic responsibilities. Okay, so at this point, okay, we actually discussed or I actually presented to you the five steps for a marketing process. Okay, the four steps going towards the fifth step. Okay, this is the expanded model of the marketing process. If any one of you can summarize my discussion using this diagram, okay, and I will like your discussion, you can get a maximum of 10 points. Okay? So at this point, if you have questions, okay, or clarifications, please post them in the comment section so that I can answer them during the discussion. Okay, or you can just raise them during our synchronous discussion. Okay, so thank you for watching the video. Make sure to like this video if you actually finish the video from start to end. If there are questions that you would like to answer for recitation points, you may also put your answers in the comment section so that I know who to call during our synchronous discussion. Okay, thank you for listening and have a great day. Bye.